As your brochure explains, that India has arrived.
The forum has brought to the Wharton School prominent leaders in business, government, and academia.
We're incredibly fortunate to have with us some of the most renowned artists and professionals in the Indian art and entertainment world.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce the film panel.
Welcome everyone to the entrepreneurship panel.
Investing in India.
The topic of renewable energy, environmental challenges facing
Education and employment.
Women, beyond the glass ceiling.
Please help me in welcoming Mr. Subhash Chandra to the stage.
Aditya Puri, CEO and Managing Director of HDFC Bank.
Mr. Sachin Pilot, Minister of State, Government of India.
The Honorable Minister of State for Civil Aviation, Mr. Praful Patel.
I'd like to introduce Anil Kapoor, Vidya Balan, Rakesh Omprakash Mehra, Shankar Mahadevan, Namit Malhotra, Asim Chabra.
I would be delighted to be an Indian of your age today. The world is your oyster.
This conference will expose you to some of the most dynamic leaders who are breaking through the next layer of boundaries in India. My thanks to all of you for being a part of it. Thank you.
Our panelists have come from a long distance and they've come to share their knowledge. You have come from a long distance to be here. Thank you very much.
How does it feel to be invited here at the Wharton India Economic Forum?
Well, of course it's an honor and it's a privilege because Wharton is a very, very credible name. Indian cinema and the society, and how when there are socio-economic changes in the society, how they reflect in cinema, and how cinema turns those ideas, those perceptions into images, into characters, into icons and so on.
When you think about where we were just 7 years ago, I can remember sitting in the backyard of the then Commerce Minister of India, Mr. Kamal Nath's backyard. George W. Bush was visiting New Delhi. It was the 5th visit of a US president. Two-way trade was $25 billion a year. Today we're at $100 billion just 7 years later. So frankly, the sky is the limit. We need to be working harder on making this a very, very positive and successful commercial relationship.
Back in India and Asia especially, we see that a lot of guys are adopting software for the first time. And with things like SaaS coming up, where you don't have a huge license, where it's easy to maintain, we're seeing massive adoption. So in a market like India today, we have about 10,000 stores which use our platform.
So while India is a fantastic country to experiment and the barriers of entry are low, the costs are low, and so you can build a brand which is less expensive than it is in the US.
Look at sort of the real India. Most India, there's hundreds and thousands of entrepreneurs. There's hundreds and thousands of startups, but most of these are in medium, small scale MSME type of industries. Most of them are unregistered, most of them are unorganized. But that innovator in the slum of Dharavi and the innovator in somewhere in Moradabad in the brassware industry are also entrepreneurs.
This is one of the largest conferences ever held globally on Indian economy and the largest in the world held by business school.
Organizing this conference has taught me things that, I may never learn in any other experience. You learn it by doing it. And I feel like this is an opportunity that I've really been able to cash in on. I've learned so much in the past year, and I think it's a great opportunity.